Some companies expressed their willingness to increase the preferential dividends, but they indicated that the practical difficulties in the way of declaring higher dividends on preference shares could only be removed by suitable legislation. In these circumstances, it became necessary to undertake this legislation. The bill provides for a minimum increase in the stipulated dividends on preference shares issued and subscribed for before 1st April 1960, leaving it again to individual companies to pay higher dividends by adopting the usual procedure in this matter. The quantum of increase as laid down in clause 3 of the bill before its amendment by the selected committee was 25% of the stipulated dividend on preference shares free of income tax, that is, shares on which dividends is payable without any reduction by the company for its own income tax, and 7% on shares the stipulated dividends on which is subject to a reduction by the company on account of its own income tax. The select committee have raised the quantum in the case of preference shares free of income tax from 25 to 30%, and consistently with this they have also enhanced the rate of increase on preference shares. In recommending a future increase in preferential dividends, the select committee had to take into consideration two contrary views on the issue. In several representations, it was pleaded that the quantum of increase should be raised as high as 42%, whereas in some other representations, the view taken was that the increase already specified in the bill was adequate and that it should be left to the decision of the companies to pay any higher dividend. The select committee have gone into this matter carefully and have adopted a via media which reflects their awareness of the position that all companies may not have the same capacity for payment of larger dividends, and that the best course would be a laid down a minimum increase, leaving it to the discretion of companies to pay a higher dividend by following the usual procedure in the matter. I shall now proceed to certain other salient features of the bill. In regard to companies whose profits are only partly chargeable of tax, the rest being exempt, clause 4 of the bill as it stood before its amendment by the select committee provided that such portion of the dividend which was attributable to the taxed profits of the company would be increased.